Hi, team. I'm Fitz Kohler, and welcome to the Run for the Booty show. Gasparilla, the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic, is this weekend, and we can hardly wait. We're so excited to have you, and it's been a long time. So, tonight we're going to talk about all the details you need to know, all of them. So, stay tuned. You can use the comments section wherever you are, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. You put in the comments section and I will bring it on and we'll address your needs. And where was I going to go with that? I'm your race announcer. I'm one half of Team Noisy. We are so excited to make lots of happy noise for you this weekend. So as we get started, I'm going to bring in the other half of Team Noisy, Rudy Novotny.
Hey, Fitz. Hello, everybody. Yeah, it's going to be a big weekend coming up. Big weekend. Yo ho ho.
Okay. It's almost like if a pirate had a baby with Santa Claus. That's what I heard right there. It's going to be so good.
Oh, there's always critics in the house.
We've got a couple of days to work on the pirate thing, but
I will work on it.
All right. That's your assignment. While you're on the plane from California to Tampa.
I'll be sitting on the plane going ho ho ho.
Santa. See, that's where you're gonna get away from.
All right.
That was good though. That all right was gristly. I really felt bingo. Okay. More importantly, though, we're gonna welcome the queen of the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic, the one and only legendary, iconic race director, Miss Susan Harmeling.
Hey there. So happy to be here. And Rudy, I'm glad you got to the because that's really what we look for. So yeah, the yo ho ho, nah, not so much.
Yeah. I got it. I got what you want.
Now you sound like a little dirty old man, so I don't think I would do that.
Lots of practice goes into pirate speak.
I can handle the pirate speak. Oh, where'd Susan go? We lost her.
She's going to come right back. She's going to. Susan's having some technical difficulties, but I don't want to give you too hard of a time. We do this
please. Mm-hmm. I was a pirate at a race long before you were.
That's right. You were, and you get
first Disneyland, 2008.
And you knocked it out of the park.
It was fun. It was so much fun.
So listen, we're going to talk about running, and I feel like I should kick Susan out. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to let her handle that. Susan, if you're watching, kick yourself out and join back in. But this is what we really need to do. And while Susan's not on the call, what we should talk about is the fact that Susan will not sleep between now and Monday. So we want everyone watching to remember that the website is filled with all of the information anyone needs to know. So this website is jam-packed with great info, start times, specific locations, where to line up, where to do this and that. And so if you have a question between now and race day, use that website. Because what we find is a lot of people instinctively email the race director, and then she has 4,000 emails coming through. And then she's also trying to make sure the course is laid out safely and the Expo vendors are set up and people are registering and picking up their gear. So that's a fair request, right, Rudy?
And of course, that pertains to the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic and pretty much any event you do. Give the race directors a break. They've been working 360 some days, putting things together. And a couple of those days are putting everything on and the FAQs on the website or the app if they have one. And give them a break. They're nice people. They're, like Fitz said, they haven't slept for days by the time you see them. So all that stuff's right on there.
Use the website. Okay, so we're going to start things off with a horrible joke by our punny friend, Dr. Brian Solberg, who wants to know what is a pirate's favorite vegetable.
No. What, Brian, what is that? Yeah.
Artichokes.
That's not too bad. I love artichokes.
You're so forgiving. You're so nice. You're so nice. Okay. And then what's going on here? Dawn Masalem. She ran in the Donna with me a couple weeks ago. And now, and she just finished my book. Yeah, she's going to come to Gasparilla next year. So I wish she could come this year, but I think she has some doctor thing to do.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right. Oh, it's Dawn. Oh, yeah. You've raved about her.
Yeah,
Well, Dawn, yes. Next year, there's no excuse.
That's right. She's all right. Oh, and here comes Susan. Okay. Susan is not getting in. So, Susan, please use your cell phone instead of your computer. I think your computer is being a bad guy right now. All right. Brian, no more jokes. You're all right. One more joke, but I'm not going to.
That's too much to ask of Brian.
Okay. Okay. All right. So listen, Susan's not available right now, but let's start off with getting things started. Friday night, it is the, what's the name? It's specifically the 8 on Your Side Health and Fitness Expo, and it's a good one.
Love having the expos back. Always fun to meet and greet people. Great products, great vendors. Our a number of our sponsors will be there. Love having the expos back. Come on into the expo.
That's right. We have tons of activations, lots of shopping, and this is where you will pick up your bib. Now, some of you professional race folks who you run a million races, I get it, you know the ropes. But we have some new athletes coming to our weekend, and we have a 5K and an 8K and a 15K and a half marathon. So we have 4 different events, which it actually sounds maybe confusing because a lot of people are running multiple events, and these are our challenges. And it sounds like I don't know, it sounds like maybe a frat party, but it's the Michelob Ultra Challenge, and we have the Michelob Ultra Pure Gold Challenge, and the Stella Solstice Challenge, and the Bud Light Seltzer Challenge, and then also the Berg to the Beach to Bayshore Challenge. So I will be drinking Diet Coke all weekend. However, our challenge athletes and the others are going to have a lot of fun with our beer sponsors, don't you think?
Now, Fitz, I should know this, but I don't. Is there a challenge where a runner can run every race, every event? I think there is.
Yeah, and I didn't write down the details. Susan knows all those details to heart because she lives it and breathes it. But I believe it's either the Michelob Ultra or the Ultra Pure Gold Challenge, which is all for. Okay. Hold on. Susan's messaged me. Okay, we're trying to get her on her cell phone. So technical difficulties, that happens. But yeah, so you're going to come out to the expo. It's at the Tampa Convention Center. I found parking not to be too bad. I'm sure on the website it gives very specific rules on where to park, but Tampa Convention Center, it was easy access for me last year. And yeah, you come in, plan to spend some time. Our expo starts Friday at I think it goes from I wrote it down wrong, so I'm not going to say the time. Hold on, this is trickier when the race director is not on the call. Darn you. Okay, hold on, I'm pulling it up. I'm less organized this way. Okay, the Health and Fitness Expo, it is 10 a.m. on Friday and goes to 8 p.m. on Friday. So that's where you want to come, and you want to plan to just spend some time. We have plenty of businesses within the community that will be showing up and showcasing their products and services. And then we have all sorts of just basic cool runner's gear that we see at many of the expos. So if you want to get a runner's pouch, something to run with, a belt, we'll have that. If you need new running shoes, we probably have some of that out there. Socks and Body Glide and hats and sunscreen and new glasses, all of it. So, all right. And here she is. Are you ready, Rudy?
I'm ready.
She's back. Oh, no, I can't hear her.
Yeah, but I'm back. I'm on a little screen, but I'm back. So where were we?
Okay. All right. Well,
we're in Expo.
That's right. Expo Friday from 10 to 8 p.m. And we were encouraging everyone to come and spend some actual time. Don't just pop in, grab your bib, and leave, because we have too much fun stuff going on.
Yeah, you know, our expo has, with what went on last year, with us going virtual, we still had an expo, but we didn't have too many exhibitors, and I'm sure you know why. So we put in a pickleball court, and we had a blast with pickleball. So
that's awesome.
I mean, the court was nonstop. So guess what's the focus? The center of the show this year is a pickleball court. So we're pretty pumped about that. And we've got some great exhibitors. A lot of our exhibitors have come back. They're looking forward to being with our participants and sharing their wares with them again. It's been a long time for some of our local vendors.
Well, and the other thing too is so many of our athletes who haven't been doing events, they're out of stuff. Like all their shoes are nasty and their socks are lost. At least one of those socks are lost. So it's a great time to pick up stuff that's specifically made for us, for the runners and walkers.
Yeah, we've always been told that that our expo can stand toe to toe with a lot of the national running event expos, and so we put our heart and soul into every piece of the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic race weekend, and the expo is no different. You'll have a good time. There'll be lots going on. Pickleball, like I said, pick up your packet, your shirt, your goodie bag. Stop by the Publix booth to pick up your complimentary Publix running cap. Our ASICS branded apparel this year is all about the pirate and with a few parrots mixed in. So we're super excited.
Now that you've touched on that, let's address that right now. I think it's going to be so fun because a big chunk of our athletes are planning to show up in their pirate apparel. So we want to encourage everybody to get in on the theming, wear the Jolly Rogers and the bandanas and the patches and all the stuff. The more pirate costumes, the merrier.
Just bear in mind, it is going to be a little bit warm this weekend. So we want our folks to be comfortable while they're out there on the course. So definitely take a look at your wardrobe and look at the temperatures before you head out. But the expo, feel free. Air conditioned Tampa Convention Center. We're good to go there.
Okay, so what I just heard you say is everybody should wear very sexy pirate gear. So
that's what I heard.
Okay, well, that should be fun.
All right, so I'm the Susan translator. Is make sure your pirate gear is sexy, tank tops and shorts, etc. So real quick, Jim Meister, he's coming, and it's going to be his very first half marathon. So
yay.
Instant personal record. We're super excited about that. We've got Victor Carranza. Hey there, mister. He looks like he's very good at winning or earning medals. And the Buffalo Marathon crew is really excited about Gasparilla. So they're and so yeah, we've actually had some requests, Susan. I'm being pelted with messages right now. Just booked a trip to Tampa for the weekend. Is there any way to secure an entry into the 15K before the expo?
No, unfortunately not. We will be offering 15K half marathon and 8K late registration at the expo, but not until 10 a.m. on Friday morning. So online registration closed at midnight on Sunday evening.
Okay.
And so people can register in person at the expo on Friday.
The 15K registration will close at 8 o'clock on Friday night. We won't be offering it on Saturday morning, but we will be offering the half marathon and the 8K for both days.
And is there anything sold out completely?
Oh, the 5K has sold out and then some. We've actually oversold that a little bit. So, we normally have 14,000 in our 5K. So when you narrow that down to 4,000 in the run and 1,000 in the walk and the stroller roll, it goes very quickly, which it did.
Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with that. We like
not a bit. And there's fewer numbers actually in all of the events, but 14,000 people on a 5K course can be a little bit uncomfortable. So I think probably this year will be one of the most comfortable 5Ks that we've ever hosted. There'll be plenty of space, whereas you're normally kind of jockeying for position. So I think folks are going to have a good time.
Okay, of course they are. Duh, of course they're going to have a great time. All right, so we've got another in there by Natalie and Brian. Everybody's feeling so very festive. Victor's excited about race day. Okay, so Brianne wants, we're going to get to the vaccination stuff, Brianne. So give us a moment and we will get there. And again, Deb Durek, who we love, she's super excited. She's going to be with us on both days.
Fantastic.
Okay, so Expo, they're going to come in. They're going to do some shopping. I'm giving a presentation at 6 o'clock Friday, which I'm super excited about. It's my noisy cancer comeback, running at the mouth while running for my life. And so that's a free presentation. Folks can come out, and I promise to make your ears very happy, and then we'll do a book signing after. Do you have other speakers on Friday?
Yeah, Meb Kefleski is going to be with us. Meb lives in Tampa now, and he, everybody knows Meb's a rock star, much like you, Fitz. He's not going to be speaking, but he will be greeting people twice on Friday, once in the afternoon, once early afternoon, and once later in the day. We're actually going to be sending out our runner instructions tonight. Just as soon as I get off of this call, I'll be getting the blast ready to go out. And all the information is in there about your appearance, as well as where folks are going to be able to find Meb.
Absolutely. He is such a wonderful guy, and he is all in on the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic. He's so friendly. And, if you guys see Meb across the way and you're nervous to introduce yourself, don't be, because he loves to run.
Yeah, he's very approachable, and he'll pop up all over the place race weekend. We have him pop up on all the courses so he can high five people when they're not expecting him to be there. That's been a ton of fun. He's going to spend a little time with Pepperjack too this weekend. So everybody's excited about meeting Pepperjack.
Yeah, tell everybody about Pepperjack if they're not familiar.
So you've seen our parrot brand. Our parrot brand was with us. Yeah, I think it's over Rudy's shoulder. The parrot has been with us off and on over the last 15 years. Publix created the Publix parrot for the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic Race Weekend. Publix likes to change brands every 3 years, kind of freshen them up. And so for the last 3 years, we had an Octopirate, which was nice, but people kept saying, "Where's the parrot? Where's the parrot? Where's the parrot?" So we have now made the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic Parrot a forever evergreen brand for us. We'll be able to build some brand equity. So since the parrot's back, and he's going to be with us forever and a day, we decided that the parrot needed a name. I mean, you just can't keep saying Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic Parrot. So we decided to host a contest to name the parrot, and the winner would be able to run for free for 25 years, whatever race they wanted to run for 25 years. And anybody that came in second or third would get a $100 Publix gift card. So we put it out there not knowing what to expect, and we got 2,904 entries to name the parrot. We landed on Pepperjack, and Pepperjack made his first appearance at the Too Good for Drugs Junior Gasparilla Distance Classic on Saturday, and let me tell you, this bird is a hit. I mean, you see him, he's colorful. He's amazing. I'm not supposed to call.
Oh, she just froze a little bit. And Susan, do you remember?
Everybody will love getting their picture taken with Pepperjack, interacting with Pepperjack. He'll be all over the place all weekend long.
And Susan, do you remember who named Pepperjack?
Deborah Coleman.
Right there. Oh,
is she down there? Okay, there she is.
You can't wait to meet Pepperjack. So what a fun thing. And now she gets to come to Gasparilla 25 years in a row, and she's got the sweetest husband too. So they're both very excited to be a part of this family now.
Well, we're excited to have them as part of the family, and we couldn't have picked a better name.
I think it's adorable. Yeah, you had told me some of the options up and before you made the choice, and Pepperjack didn't seem like it was one of them. And then all of a sudden, it was such a cute name.
Well, we narrowed it down, obviously, from 2,904 names, and then it was almost like somebody whispered in everybody's ear on the judges panel, and Pepperjack stood out. Yes, Pepperjack is a cheese, but we might be going after a cheese sponsor for Pepperjack, but it's just kind of catchy. Pepperjack, and at the Junior Classic on Saturday, the kids already knew Pepperjack. So I don't know if their parents had been talking about Pepperjack, but Tony the Tiger was there too. The Star Wars characters were there as well. Pepperjack got a piece of fan mail. The other ones didn't. So Pepperjack is going to be a lot of fun for kids and adults.
Very sweet. Very sweet. We're excited to work with Pepperjack, right, Rudy?
Absolutely. I don't think we've worked with a parrot before. So
not yet.
No, I don't think we have.
Always
we had a cockatoo at Long Beach that started. Lola at Long Beach. That's the other bird we work with. That's pretty good for me.
I was going to say, I do remember a shark of some sort, but okay. Mike Mail says he's coming from Jacksonville on Saturday. Not quite sure if he can make the pickup at the Expo for the 8K. Any chance of picking it up on Sunday morning?
Absolutely. We'll open at 4:30 on Sunday morning. We always take any packets that are left over on Saturday at 3:00. We take them downstairs to make sure we can take care of those folks that come in a little bit later.
Fantastic. That's great.
And then in general, can say Susie Q pick up the race bibs for her best friend or her spouse? And if
Susie
so,
Q can. There's a pickup authorization form on our website that must be filled out. The challenge with doing that, Fitz, and we're happy to do that, but we're going to have to step into the COVID-19 verification room for just a minute, because to get into the Expo, you've got to show proof of a completed vaccination series or proof of a negative COVID test. So that person that's picking up Susie's packet can get his or her verification wristband, go into the Expo, pick up the packet for the person. But Susie is still going to have to come on Saturday morning or Sunday morning to get her verification wristband. There's no way that we can really fairly take care of people, making sure that they're identified as who they are, that they took the test, that they completed their vaccination series. We've got to see them ourselves and see their COVID verification card in order to give them that verification wristband.
And it's probably a very simple process. I went through it when I went through it at the Boston Marathon. There, they either just check your card and they're like, okay, go on, here's your band, or you get your COVID test, which that apparently takes a few minutes. So plan to show.
Yeah, it'll take. So the COVID testing will be taking place in meeting room 24, which is on the lower level of the convention center, and then those that have their vaccination card will be going straight to ballroom D, which is both rooms are just inside the Franklin Street entrance. We've got 10 tables set up, so we'll be able to move people through there very quickly. The volunteer will check the vaccination card, check your ID, put the non-removable wristband on the arm of the runner's choice, and off they'll go. The thing that the runners need to remember is they cannot take that off. If they don't have that verification wristband on Saturday morning or Sunday morning, when they try to get into their start corral, they're not going to be able to get in. They're going to have to go back to the convention center and go through that verification process again. So we encourage people, once you get that thing on your arm, we're going to tighten it to try and make sure that it doesn't come off, not so that it's uncomfortable, but it's imperative that it stays on their arm.
And you may keep yours on for another 4 to 5 months, for example.
Yeah, this one is Pepper Jack's tail feathers, so it's actually kind of a designer verification wristband.
Lovely. I like that.
And now, Susan, that can be the actual card, or it can be a clear photo of the card.
Yeah, we're actually, Rudy, encouraging people to take a photo of it. We don't want them to risk losing that card. So okay. They can have a photo of it on the phone. They can have take a picture of it, print it out. That's fine. I would prefer that they not bring their card to the convention center.
Great.
Brilliant. Yeah. In fact, I lose so many credit cards and IDs that I take pictures and then it's on my phone, and that's how I roll. Right, Rudy? It's smart.
Yep.
It's smart. Is there anything you want to add?
No.
Okay. All right. Just checking. Okay. So on Friday and Saturday, this is Expo Talk still. There's Saturday, we'll be doing Meb's appearance, my presentation. Are there any presentations or appearances on Saturday at the Expo?
I think Meb has one on Saturday. All of that information is going to be in the runner instructions that will go out later tonight. You'll be able to see your schedule fits as well as Meb's.
Okay. And then people can expect to pick up their beautiful gear. You have all these very pretty shirts. The challenge athletes get jackets. Is that correct?
They get a jacket, and depending upon which challenge they're doing, if they're doing the ultra challenge, they get all 4 shirts, all 4 medals, all 4 finishers towels. The other 3 challenges are just 2 events. So it's a jacket and then the events that you're running in.
Okay. And are all of the challenges sold out?
They are. Registration is closed.
So I know there's someone out there going,
I was going to ask if the challenges are popular. I guess I have my answer. Thank you.
Yeah, they are. In 2020, we had 1,000 in the Ultra Challenge, around five to 600 in the other three. The Ultra seems to be the most popular. People want to go out there and kind of abuse themselves a little bit, and do the 15K and 5K on Saturday and the half marathon and 8K on Sunday. But the excitement that you see in these people's faces when they cross the finish line of the 8K, the last of the Michelob Ultra Challenge, and they've got all of those medals hanging around their necks. My goodness, I'm surprised they can even walk a step,
Love
because
that.
they do have those 4 medals ready to go around their neck along with their challenge medal. It's a beautiful sight.
Oh, and then are the top 10% mugs returning?
Yes, they are. They're back while supplies last. Those can be picked up at the Q105 post-race celebration, which is in a new location this year. I'm probably jumping ahead. Coton Park is under construction, so we couldn't use the park this year, which is a good walk from the finish line and from the convention center. So our post-race party this year is adjacent to the finish line in a park. If people are familiar with our finish line, familiar with the Publix Bayshore location, it's right across the street from Publix on the Hillsborough River. So it's going to be very, very easy to get to.
Perfect. And I have to comment on Terry Renjabal's profile picture. I'm not sure what's going on there, but Terry looks like a really fun person. So I expect Terry to show up in pirate gear. And
okay, Terry is actually one of our local really fast runners. Really fast runners.
Well, she's going to be the fastest looking pirate person I've ever seen. Because again, I know Terry is going to dress up. And then a reminder to all the people that are watching that are doing all 4 races or 3 or 2, you are expected to show up at each start line with a happy face. Rudy and I are going to be busting our tail to make sure you have a heck of a lot of fun. And even if you do 3 or 4 races, we expect your hands up every single time, big celebrations, or we send you back to the start and make you do it again. Right, Rudy?
Right. No whining. No whining. Arr.
That's right. We make you walk the plank.
Not have any whining.
And okay. So have we conquered the Expo? Is there anything else they need to know, Susan?
You know, I think leaving the Expo and going to the verification process is kind of a good segue, because we want people to know what to expect when they get to the convention center. So everybody's going to come in through the Franklin Street entrance, and we're expecting that there might be a little bit of a queue lineup first thing on Friday morning. We'll be prepared for it, but the runners will come in. We'll direct them to ballroom D or meeting room 24. They'll go in, they'll get verified, they'll go up the escalators and be on their way. It'll be a very, very simple process. And if anybody has any questions about the verification process, please feel free to ask them. In our runner instructions that are going out tonight, there's a map that shows exactly what's going to happen. And Pepper Jack's going to be out there to kind of keep people company while they're waiting in line to get into the convention center. But we've planned it in such a way that it should be a pretty carefree experience. As long as everybody is prepared, we're certainly prepared for them.
Wonderful. And thank you for the clarity. And again, 2 reminders. Number 1, between now and race day, if you have questions, if you didn't hear us this time, you can either replay this video or you can go to the website. That woman, Susan, probably will not sleep until Monday. This is typical.
You can probably see the bags under my eyes now. So
yes, still beautiful. Sunday we'll talk, right? But
yeah.
Make her life easier. Don't just shoot off an email anytime you have a question. Please go to the website first. Hunt around. We have a great Facebook page. So the information is there if you're looking for it. So have mercy on this wonderful human below. If anyone doesn't like the vaccine card thing, this is a lot we're handed this year. This is just the reality of the weirdness we're all having to deal with. And Susan's at the mercy of forces other than her own. So we appreciate your consideration and your kindness towards that human. And then the other thing, Susan, which I wanted to talk about while you were having technical difficulties, is where should people park for the Tampa Convention Center? Is there parking?
Yeah, there's 4 garages within about a block of the convention center. The first one, of course, is the Convention Center garage, and all of these garages will be pre-collecting $10 for parking. So the Convention Center garage is right there. The Pam Iorio garage is about 1 block from the Convention Center, Fort Brooke around 2 blocks, and the Whiting Street garage around 3 blocks. Now, go to our website, go under the travel heading, and there's a link for parking, and all the information is there. But all of the city parking garages will be $10 on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, and those are the great choices for race parking too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and if you're, well, not everybody's coming, not if you're coming in, but get there early. If your race starts at 7, do not plan to park your car at 6:45. Get hour early always on a major race weekend, and this is a major race weekend, so set aside time. You're going to wake up early. It's okay. We're going to liven you up when you get there. We will be your caffeine, but yeah, plan to show up, and you won't get stuck in traffic, and you won't get stuck with parking issues. Chris Genther wants to know, he says his flight gets in around 10 a.m. Friday. Do you anticipate the 15K selling out?
You know what? We've got about 400 entries left in the 15K. I don't think it's going to sell out, Fitz. He should be fine. Chris should be fine. And I tell you what, if it does, he just needs to find me and we'll get him in. How about that?
Yeah, look at and Chris is already sharing his appreciation, Susan. So
okay.
Thank you. Okay, so we're through Expo. So let's talk about race morning, Saturday, and I've got our little schedule written here. So Saturday morning, the 15K begins at 6:45, and the wheelchair start is 6:40. Correct. And rims. Are we doing push rim and hand cycle, or one or the other?
You know, the wheelers are not letting us know as well as they used to that they were coming. So we'll know the answer to that question at 6:45 on Saturday morning. We love it when we have hand cycles and push rim. So all are welcome.
Susan, do we have 2 different divisions for that? I understand.
No, there's not an awards division for that, Rudy. And the reason is we might get 1 or 2.
Got it.
It's just not, Gasparilla is not the draw that it used to be for the wheelers.
Okay.
But if you are a wheeler and you have a bunch of friends who are wheelers, perhaps you should bring them all over, and Gasparilla will accommodate you.
Absolutely.
A prize division if you're all coming there, which would be great. And Brian Solberg, who sometimes competes in chairs, says that is so awesome that you allow both and high hand cycles, of course. Okay, so 15K starts at 6:45 for non-chairs, and we want people, get there 6 or before. Anything you want to address with the 15K?
Yeah, you know, we've got corrals of 500 in all of the events, and basically there are 2 waves in the 15K, one at 6:45 and then one at 6:48. There's a red wave and a blue wave, if I'm not mistaken. You'll enter from the rear in both waves. The earlier you get there, the better placement you're going to get. We, of course, have a seated corral where the seated runners can enter from the front, but it'll be a first come, first serve basis on those two corrals. So, and if we get 500 in all 3 of that first wave's corrals, then we're going to have to bump people back to the second wave. So get there early if you want to have a good spot for the 15K.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. So first come, first serve. They don't have to look at any markings on their bib. They just show up.
Well, it's color coded. It's color coded. So there's going to be there's a red number and a blue number. That's how you'll know. And we'll have signage out to tell them which is which. Okay. And there's a staging map. There's a staging map and the runner instructions that are going to go out tonight. So there's a lot of information in that digital book.
Okay, so a quick housekeeping on race bibs. Folks, race bibs go on the front of your shirt. So please don't put them on the back or the side or on your leg while it's moving. We need them for 2 reasons. Number 1, so course officials know you are registered and you belong in our courses, and I don't have to grab the hook and yank you off and throw you into the bay. And then number 2 is we have photography out on our course, and the only way you will find your spectacularly beautiful and racy images is if they can see your race bib. So it's very important your race bibs go on the front. Now, Susan, if they're doing a challenge, will they get 4 different bibs or
No,
like
one bib for all of the races. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless you registered for maybe the 15K separately from the half marathon, then you would get 2,
Then
right?
you get 2 bibs, right?
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, and pay attention as you're putting your race bib on the morning if you have 2 assigned to you, because don't put on the wrong bib. Our security may not let you through, so make sure you put on the proper bib.
And also, if you're running the 15K and the 5K, but you're not in a challenge, do not carry your 5K number with you, because the transponder pads for the timing are incredibly sensitive. It will not only mess up your time, but it'll mess up the time of those around you. So find a place to store it somewhere so that you can run back and get it and put it on before the 5K.
Now, on that note, is there gear check?
There's not this year.
Okay. So trunk of your car or your friend or favorite spectator, make a friend as you arrive.
Find a friend. Yeah, find a friend.
But there's not going to be a lot of people just having 2 separate bibs, or will there?
We get some folks that don't feel the need to register for a challenge, that want to do multiple events. So it does happen. And we've also got some 15K participants that run really fast, and they come back and they put on a 5K number to do the 5K with their family. So that's typically the draw for the 15K and the 5K running the same day if you're not in a challenge.
Okay. So 15K goes off at 6:45, and then the next race is the 5K, which starts, I'm doing math in my head, 2.5 hours later. So that gives folks plenty of time to do that distance. Yeah. And we like to tell folks that we love our runners. We appreciate our run walkers, and we adore our people who exclusively walk. So all of your paces are completely acceptable. Don't feel like you have to run or lift your knees or propel. Just go at your comfortable pace. But you've got 2.5 hours for the 15K, which is fantastic.
Yeah, and actually they have, well, if they're doing the 5K, of course, they need to finish within that time frame. But because the 5K is run on the same course as the 15K, the finish line for the 15K is open until that last 15K walker crosses. Right. They'll not be pushed to the sidewalk. They'll just be sharing the route with the 5K participants once they're out there.
Okay. All right.
But that's a very generous amount of time for a 15K. I mean, that's very fair.
And our 5K starts at 9:15. Now, let's talk really quickly about the Grand Marshal of our 5K.
Betty Ashley. I think this story is posted on our website. Lee Spann did one of her It's a Runner's Life stories about Betty. Betty is 100 years old. She has done the race for the last 10 years with her. She calls him her manager. He's her man, and his name is Jim, and he's 25 years younger than her. They are just the sweetest little couple, but they have done the race together for the last 10 years. Last year, for Run Virtually on Bayshore, Betty had a little bit of a hard time. She is 100 years old. So this year we invited her to be our Grand Marshal. So she's going to come down with Pepper Jack. He's going to escort her to the 5K start line. She's going to ride in the lead vehicle with Lee Spann and with one of our Parks and Rec directors up and down Bayshore Boulevard, so all the 5K participants can wave at her. And she's learned how to do the little wave. So she's super excited about doing this. It's going to be a lot of fun. She's a special, special woman. And I would encourage folks to take a look at that story, because it's pretty special.
So yeah. Betty started her Gasparilla legacy at 90.
She did.
Let me get that right. Okay.
Yeah, and Jim, who was a marathon runner, he's done New York. He's the one that got her started doing it. So she gives him credit for getting her out there.
Wow.
And she's adorable. She did our hybrid event last year, and it was not only amazing to see her out there, but her family. She comes with an arsenal of people who adore her, and they're so proud of her. And it's really very touching. And so for anyone else who's out there thinking, I can't do a 5K, I can't.
Yeah. Gee.
Read this story, and you really can. And if you can walk through the mall for an hour, you can do a 5K. It's actually not as terrifying as it sounds. So we want everyone to join us. And Shelly can't wait to meet Betty. Yeah, she's the one you want to get a photo, an autograph from.
I tell you, Fitz, she'll be one of my bright spots of the weekend. It's pretty special to have a 100-year-old woman that wants to come out and play with us. So we're tickled about that. And you just never know how long we're all going to be on this earth. So so we feel honored to be able to honor her in everything that she's meant to us.
Absolutely. It was really sweet last year when Meb scooched over so he could spend some time with Betty, where everyone else was trying to get to bed. Meb just patiently waited so he could go be with Betty, because she really is kind of a star of the show, right?
Yeah.
All right. So Saturday we have a lot of fun. We expect lots of pirate outfits. We expect lots of swashbuckling and shenanigans and fun. Our request from Rudy and I is that, again, you bring your happy faces, and we want to meet everybody. So we'll be around the Expo, not there all the time, but we care about our athletes. The sooner we get to know you, the more likely we are able to make a wonderful stink over you as you cross through that finish line. So give us the chance, introduce yourself, and do so repeatedly, because sometimes my memory stinks. But yeah, we want to get to know everybody. So find us. Poor Susan will likely be drowning in operations stuff, but we will be available for social support, and we're excited to see you. Anything else?
One more thing that's happening on Saturday. We have 5 men that this will be their 45th Public Gasparilla Distance Classic. So we'll be honoring them as well at the start of the 5K.
Okay. That's
wow. Five legacies.
Yeah.
That is absolutely outstanding. Oh, then we didn't talk about that. Is there a finish line party?
The post-race celebration?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that at Tony Jennings Park.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Right across from Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
That's okay. That's where the pier is, so everybody will know where that is.
Okay. Now let's talk about Sunday morning, where we've got a little more distance to cover. So the half marathon starts Sunday at 6 a.m. Are the push runs or are the chairs at 5:55? I'm guessing.
We have a hand cycle in the half marathon. I'm excited to share. He's a wounded warrior, a really special young man. So he'll be there for the half marathon.
Outstanding. And we want folks to try to get there at 5-ish. Again, that sounds really early, but that's just how race mornings roll. Will there be water in the pre-race environment, or is that something?
Absolutely. Yeah, the runners will, to get to the start corrals for the 15K, the 5K, the half marathon, and the 8K, they go right by our start water. And then we'll hit them with it in the first mile of every event. So plenty of water.
Okay. And plenty of porta potties?
Plenty of porta potties. Yep. Yeah. We're known for having, mega porta potties. So everybody will be taken care of. Beautiful
sight. We encourage all runners to take a selfie of themselves in front of their favorite porta potty, because why not, right? Look at poor Rudy. This is what he tolerates all the time, Susan. He's like, why are you saying such things?
Pirate porta potties. Yeah,
it's like a husband that's embarrassed by what his wife says. I mean,
endlessly. But yeah, I think the porta potties are a very special symbol of racing. So get your photo with your favorite porta potty. And then will there be, what was my question? I had one. So sorry.
That's okay. Let me interject. Are there pacers? Are there pacers?
We didn't bring pacers in this year, Rudy.
Okay.
I'll just be very honest with everybody. We're still trying to recover from what COVID did to us financially. So we made the choice to not do a few things this year. They'll be back in 2023. I feel like we're on our way to recovery. Okay. But it was a tough year for us and many other running events throughout the country. So we're doing our best to provide the most that we can, but still be aware and prudent with our spending. And we have to remember too, this race has existed since 1978 to raise money for youth charitable organizations in our market, Boys and Girls Clubs, Big Brothers Big Sisters, and the Parks and Recs Department, Friends of Tampa Recreation. We couldn't give any money to charity last year. That broke our hearts. So we're expecting that we're going to be able to make a donation to charity this year. Since 1978, we've contributed $5.9 million as a result of these running events. So that's what we're built on, and we want to get back to it.
So hey, it's a rebuilding year, and all the all the other ingredients are there. We've got you covered on course, medical, everything. There's no skimping on any of the details for the safety of our runners or their enjoyment. So that's awesome.
Okay, now I have a really good question here from Paige Douglas, who's very excited. She pulled the trigger on registering because she was like, I don't know. And I said, Paige, just do it. And she did it. So we're pumped. For those doing the Ultra Challenge, can they put their medals somewhere?
Yes, we have a medal drop zone, which is about 50 yards from the finish line. You go over the Platte Street Bridge. It's at the foot of the Platte Street Bridge. There'll be signage. So we put their medals in a little Ziploc bag with their name on it, and then they can come back after the 5K or after the half marathon to pick it up.
That's great. That's medal drop zone. We've announced 490 million races, and I've never heard of that. So awesome.
Great detail.
That's an extra. And Mark, glad you turned in. We're so happy you're here too. Shelly wants to know, will Pepperjack be at the start or finish line or both?
Pepperjack will be everywhere. Everywhere. We have to give Pepperjack little breaks every once in a while, but he'll be out there making us proud and high-fiving and dancing and having fun with everybody. I have to tell you, this character of Pepperjack is priceless. You can't help but smile. We birthed this little parrot, and Shelly helped me do it. I just realized who it was. So Shelly's with Public Supermarkets, and it was kind of our brainchild to bring Pepperjack to life, and we couldn't be happier.
Yeah, well, I love the little description of his personality, the fact that he loves to play jokes and he loves to dance and he loves to meet people. Just a friendly, just well thought out, well designed from the get-go. So we're very excited. Okay, we're getting a latecomer. Slacker, Deborah, I don't know where you were, but where were you? Deborah Rosenthal, tuned in late, but will Med be at the Expo? The answer is
yes.
Yeah. So you could rewind after the show. You could go back, but he'll be there, I believe, twice on Friday and once on Saturday.
Once on Saturday, correct.
Susan's going to send out some instructions after this broadcast, and more importantly, Meb, I know he's won Boston and other things and Olympic medal, but I will be giving a presentation on Friday, so pay attention and get your priorities in check. Go Pepperjack. We're super excited about that. Okay, so we're hitting a lot of things, and please interrupt when we need to. So the half marathon starts Sunday at 6. How many corrals will we have for that?
There'll be another 2 waves, but there'll be 3 corrals within each wave. And it'll be the same process as with the 15K on Saturday morning.
Okay.
So Susan, those corrals will be rolling. There won't be much of a wait for anybody in any corral. We'll just get everybody out there.
Correct. And something new this year, the finish line is actually the start line for the half marathon. We changed the half marathon course this year. It is going on Davis Island, but we're running right through the Davis Island village, which is much better lit than the course that we had before. And you mentioned course entertainment. We have to be very mindful of the folks that live in the residences along the route, because we're out there very, very early. So on Davis Island, we have a fire eating juggler. That is because the entertainment on Davis Island's got to be quiet. So we have a illuminated stilt walker, a fire eating juggler, a strolling saxophone, and there's I think a strolling violin too. So they're quiet, but they're out there entertaining the runners until we can get the sun up and get a little bit more rowdy.
All right. So this is my main question out of all that is, how much fire is this human going to have to eat?
You know what? I haven't seen her do it yet, but she's got quite a following with her fire eating. So she'll be at the very first aid station on Davis Island.
I believe. Okay, well, we're gonna bring some Blistex for her just in case her lips get hot. I always think of the
Make
important.
sure to get a selfie with the fire eater.
That's right. That's right. And if she offers you a snack, say no. Oh, and let's talk about that. What kind of hydration and nutrition will be on the courses?
So for the 15K, it's all Zephyr Hills natural spring water. We will have Gatorade at mile 2 and 7. And then for the half marathon, Gatorade and Zephyr Hills water at each of the aid stations. And we want the runners to be aware that the Gatorade will be set up first, followed by the water. And we have energy gel, Gatorade energy gel at miles 5 and 9 of the half marathon. And also, we know there's some folks out there that are still wanting to have contactless interactions at the aid station. So each of our aid stations will have tables where the cups of water will be prepared for them, the cups of Gatorade will be prepared for them, and they can come up and pick it up themselves.
Fabulous. And a word to the wise, everyone watching, do not miss any water stations. You pick up a glass at every hydration station and have some water or Gatorade, both. It's up to you, but do not pass it by. It's Florida. And someone just said, hey, thank you so much for starting early because it's going to be warm. And that's true, but it's still Florida. And even though our early is still kind of warm. So hydrate. And that's the way to get through any race safely, correct?
Guess what the temperature is going to be on Monday? Low of 57, high in the 60s.
Of course.
Yeah. This has happened to us before. But we know how to put on a running event in warm weather. We'll have sprinklers out there for the runners to run under if they'd like to. We'll take good care of them.
And of course, we're encouraging people to carry their own water, carry their own fluids, Camelbacks and the like, or bottles. And please do that. I mean, it's a great idea.
Yeah. And then what about medical support on course?
We have Tampa Fire Rescue up and down the route. If anybody needs assistance, they'll be there for them. We have bike paramedics as well that are going up and down the course. And one of the bike paramedics can pull a gurney on the back. So if someone happens to go down that needs transportation to the medical tent, they'll bring them in. And then at the finish line, we have a trauma center set up. Tampa General sets it up every single year. They are there and can take care of any medical need that any of our participants might have, whether it's a blister or something more serious. And Tampa General Hospital is just across the water from the finish line. So we have transport units ready to go should the need arise.
Great.
So if y'all need help, again, if hopefully it's just a blister or something annoying like that, stop at the aid stations, hydration stations, ask for help. If not, if you need help wherever you are, you're surrounded by runners and nobody takes care of each other like the running community. So just don't wait too long. If you need help, ask for it sooner rather than later. And okay, so Paige is offering an apology for going to dinner. Backdrop, yay or nay? Nay. Right? There's no backdrop.
That's correct. Right. Yes, that's correct.
Oh, and then I don't even, what is?
Did we lose Fitz?
I don't know if she's frozen or thinking.
I think, no, she doesn't think for that long. She's frozen. She's a big thinker, but not for that long. Hey, Fitz, come back to us. We need you. Oh, boy.
Rudy, is there anything you'd like to know about the race? This will be your first time.
Hold on.
You know what, Susan? I am sincerely just so excited to be coming. We have many San Diegans that take the trip there every year, and they come back raving about how well they're taken care of, how much fun it is. The 15K's been a huge draw for West Coasties, and I know we've got a lot of half marathoners coming as well. So just, you know what, I thank you personally for putting on the show. Your efforts last year were huge, and I know how hard that was. So I'm just excited to be a part of working with your team. And, you know, I just want to throw something about the volunteers. You know, the volunteers are just the heartbeat of what goes on the weekend, and how are we doing in that regard? I know it's been hard.
We have not had any issues with volunteers.
Right.
We make donations to our volunteer groups. They tend to be high school athletic programs and service clubs. So they're waiting in line if for some reason a group does not want to come back. We do need extra volunteers this year, and we have been able to find them. Our community is fantastic. We need more volunteers to do that COVID-19 verification for us. So the community comes around Gasparilla, just like Gasparilla comes around the community. And
fantastic.
And the Publix Gasparilla Distance Classic Race Weekend is so fortunate to have the partners that it has, starting with the city of Tampa and then Publix supermarkets. Last year, when we went through what we went through, we did not lose a single partner. And they all supported us financially, which is really what allowed us to get through the year. So I can't say enough about how much we appreciate the corporate partners that we have.
Yeah, big thanks to Publix for being title sponsor, and Publix, please come to San Diego. Every time I go to Florida, yes, when I was working for Disney and I'd go, I'd be in Florida all the time, and all these great Publix stores, and it's just such high quality. Please come to San Diego. That's my bit. Thank you.
Fair enough. So am I back? Do I exist in your life again?
You are back.
You're back.
I apologize for that. I'm in a hotel, so I'm blaming the hotel. Okay, Deb Monta. Oh, well, first of all, Deborah Rosenthal says it's the best event they have ever been to is Gasparilla. So a little bit of love there. And then Deb Montag wants to know if there's an after party on Sunday.
There is, in the same location, Tony Jannus Park, just steps away from the finish line.
Great.
Outstanding. And then we have Martha Muscleman says it's the first time she's running Gasparilla, so we're super excited to see you. Please introduce yourself when you arrive. And Deb Durg is very excited to run on Bayshore again, aren't we all? And okay, hold on. Paige, this is it's a pretty fair question. Basically, what should she do in between races in terms of food, etc.? What would you expect a runner if they finish and they have an hour left between their first race and their second?
We're going to give them a couple of snacks when they cross the finish line. It's fewer than we have before because we're being very mindful to only distribute things that are packaged. But there's a concession stand at the convention center. There's a couple of restaurants surrounding the convention center. The convention center has an outdoor bar called The Sale. And also remember, Publix Supermarkets is right across the street from the finish line. So they've got great deli sandwiches and healthy snacks. So there's opportunity there to get something to eat in between races.
Perfect.
That's a perfect answer. And I encourage everybody to just bring a credit card and shove it in your bra or in your fanny pack. Every piece of runner apparel now has a secret pocket in it. You may not know it's there. If you dig inside your shorts, you will find a secret pocket. And right? I mean, does anything not have a secret pocket? I think it's illegal. Okay, so Rick Service, who's on your board, he says you have the best volunteers, and he contributes so much time. We're excited to have him. Rick will be at the finish line again. Is this what I'm?
He's taking care of our aid stations this year. So the young man is not going to be anywhere near the finish line. He will be taking care of the volunteers.
Okay. Fitzkohler is very disappointed to hear that, and I will sacrifice him to the volunteers, but it is not okay. And I would like to veto that decision. And then Deb Durig suggests that if your hotel is close enough, you could always run back to your room. Correct.
Sure.
Okay. Bill Casper very specifically wants to know, will the Columbia be serving food after?
No, Columbia, they did not want to wrestle with COVID. Okay. So no, they will not. It would be a lot of open food. So they'll be back in 2023.
Okay. Well, we will have plenty of businesses open around the convention center, more than excited to serve our athletes when they're ready to eat. All right. Does anyone have any more questions? I feel like we've covered almost everything. I've seen a hint at the medals. They look gorgeous, incredible bling. In fact, I was just dealing with your medal maker here at my running conference, and they're going to be outstanding. It's super exciting.
Yeah, no, everything we do is top notch. It couldn't be anything less than that. That's just not who we are.
Yeah, high end to the nth. And then Rudy, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Our friend from Publix, Shelly Rogers, specifically says, Rudy, I'd love to send you some pub subs in San Diego. Paige can also visit Publix Greenwise Market on Channelside Drive for food access fees. So,
well, hey, that's really sweet. Just let me again reiterate how sincere I am about just what an incredible facility Publix is. It's just amazing. And hey, Susan, we talked about the volunteers. I know you've got board members and other people under you that have given just, hundreds and thousands of hours of their time. Will we have board members there? And
oh, absolutely. But they're not under me. They are beside me.
I'm sorry. Good point.
This is a family that works very, very hard all weekend long to make sure that no stone is unturned to see that the runners are well taken care of. We have this motto: if even one of our participants walks away feeling like they have not been well taken care of, then we feel like we failed them. And we want to reach out to them and find out what it is that we can do better. So I mean, it is all about doing better the next year, and we're constantly looking for ways to improve. So I wouldn't be where I am were it not for the people that lift me up and work beside me and actually get the work done. And honestly, race weekend, if we've done our jobs correctly, I'll be in that finish line area watching everybody cross the finish line.
Perfect.
I like to see the smiles on people's faces and hear what they have to say. But it is a team effort for sure.
You have an incredible team. A little comment here. Brian Hunt from Gainesville running his first Gasparilla and first Fitz and Rudy race. Super excited to see you, Brian. And Brian is also the creator of the Let's Race app, which I highly recommend everybody check out if you're looking, especially for triathlons. Triathlon.
That's awesome.
Let's Race with the green rabbit. I always add the extra syllable. And then Rick Service. See you at the Expo, I expect. And more importantly, Rudy Gergel. There's another Rudy, so you've got competition.
What?
What kind of beer, Susan?
Michelob Ultra, and then there'll be a couple of seltzers, I believe, that Anheuser-Busch has.
Outstanding. We got another. Thanks for a great presentation. It's easy when we have this wonderful team. Susan, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Fitz, I just, first of all, seeing this type of participation and interaction just warms my heart. We are very passionate about what we do, and to see that there are people out there that appreciate what we do, and they're just as passionate about it as we are. We're thrilled to be able to bring live in-person running back to Bayshore Boulevard, and memories are going to be made that we will treasure forever and ever. We're excited that this is the first step to getting back to where we were in 2020.
Yeah, it's going to be a wonderful weekend. Rudy, I am super excited for you to join us. I've had a little taste of Gasparilla, but I know it's something you've admired from afar from a very long time.
I have, and I can't wait. And if you haven't registered yet, what's wrong with you? Registration is still open. Get registered. We got to see you.
That's right, but they have to wait till the Expo on Friday.
That's right. That's right. Right. Online is closed. Come to the Expo and get registered.
All right. So I think final instructions is you can still register for everything except for the 5K, and you have to do that live in person. And you'll bring your Vax card or to have a photo of it, or you'll take a quickie COVID test when you get there so you can get in. You need that band to be able to get into the corrals as well. So if someone's picking up a bib for you, fine, but you still have to go through the little proof process before you join the course. We expect everybody to dress like a pirate, everyone to put their race bibs on the front, everyone to show up with a happy face about an hour before their race starts, so they're not late. And there's always that one person. We'll go, and then like 50,000 people run through, and then there's like Susie Q. She's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know what time the race started. So get there early. Use our website, rungasparilla.com. It's jam-packed with all the information. Please don't email her unless you have already done your due diligence to find the answer yourself, because those answers are on the website. We're ready to roll. We kick off Friday morning at 10 a.m., correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up tonight. I'm thrilled. I'm counting the seconds until I get to Tampa and we get started with all our runners. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you so much, Fitz, for the opportunity.
Thank you, Susan. We'll see you all soon.
Good night.
All right.
Good night.
Love you guys. And if you want to keep filling in those comments, please feel free. We love your comments, and we can't wait to see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.